All right, have and have not fans. A shout out to Justin Cottrell on Instagram, one of my faithful followers, who sent me a very interesting topic of discussion a few days ago. And with all the talks about, what's coming up in next season, I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten a little promo, not trailer, but a little promo asking the question, what happened to Veronica? We did get the little promo with Benny, Candace, and Hannah asking about what happened to Benny. Now, Justin was telling me, he's like, Jeremy, do you think that David will get like a love interest before the end of the series? Like one love interest that, won't be killed off. And what he really took it home by saying, instead of just another love interest for Veronica to possibly kill or get rid of, why not have it be a person from their past, like somebody from their law school or something along those lines? Those things actually are very good, and I like it because it's one of those situations where Tyler Perry can introduce a new character who already has connections with the established cast. Kind of like Madison, how if you go back to my episode review where he first appeared, or when I did my first video about him, I think if Madison will be his love interest or something along those lines. And I basically praised the character of Madison, where it was a new character, but only after a few minutes you knew most of his story. The fact that he and Jeffrey already had a connection by going to school together. So he pretty much, fit the glove pretty well in terms of being the, I guess you could say, I can't call it a love triangle. It's more like a love rectangle. Maybe if you count Justin and RK, who isn't gay but is sent by Veronica to go after Jeffrey. So technically it's four. Yeah, that's a rectangle. In any case, Justin was really bringing it home by saying, hey, what if it's a situation where this female is somebody who's just as good as Veronica at being a lawyer, an attorney, is able to pull strings like Veronica? And that actually sounded very good. Give Veronica a rival. I think that would actually be pretty damn good. A rival for Veronica, but then somebody who gets close to David, rekindling maybe an attraction or a romance, because Veronica and David met in law school, but Veronica most likely wasn't the first woman in David's life. There might have been somebody before her, somebody who David met. Maybe it's somebody David knew in high school, if memory serves. At least the way my college was set up where I went to, law school was law school, but at the same time, you had to take, like regular classes for the first couple of years. And if you do well enough, then you will get accepted into law school. So it could be somebody from a community college or something along those lines. I don't really know David's entire life story, but it isn't impossible that there might have been a female with just as much capability as Veronica, but she didn't stay in Georgia. Maybe she moved to another state or something along those lines. And maybe she's coming back for a visit. There's no telling how this story could be played out. I mean, you could almost argue, what if it's a, believe it or not, an actual friend of Veronica, somebody who isn't as crazy, but somebody that she knew growing up and pretty much, spills the beans about, hey, I got a divorce from David. He's in the hospital, yada, yada, yada. But I think that would be pretty interesting to have somebody that will keep Veronica on her toes. Now, it's one thing to want to get somebody who can scare her, like, Justin trying to run her off the road, or Melissa jumping off the building, and that spooked Veronica. And even Quincy, who tried to force himself on her, twice, or Jeffrey with the repeated, attacks on his mom. I think it would be very interesting to have a strong female. I mean, technically speaking, you could say Maggie Day was that woman, but I think what made Maggie a bit weak when compared to this what if woman that Justin was telling me about is the fact that Maggie had a reputation that preceded her as a brilliant campaign manager. But I really want to bring it home by having it be a woman from David's past, or maybe even Veronica's past. But I think it would be very good to see Veronica in a situation where she's facing off with someone who can be as low down as her, but be classy without being crazy. Even though one could say that being crazy gives Veronica an advantage, but I think also somebody who can take care of David will be very amazing. Somebody help him get back on his feet. You know what I really like about that thought? The fact that Veronica keeps making a point that I took you from nothing, I made you who you are now, and this is how you want to treat me. And I think that would be pretty interesting to have a woman who takes care of David while he's literally broken and crippled, so to speak, and then to help him regain, not just his physical stamina, but also his lease on life. And pretty much from there, they possibly start a relationship, but it's somebody who isn't intimidated by Veronica and really knows how to deal with women like her. I think that would get under her skin more than anything else. I mean, Erica she did stand up to Veronica, but at the same time, it really depends on how Tyler Perry writes her. Like I said time and time again, Maggie was written to be more emotional towards the last season she was in, which caused her to make dumb mistakes she usually wouldn't make. Erica was pretty much just written to be a lackey of Candace. And honestly, after Veronica told Candace about what not for Erica to do in regards to messing around with things because David is paranoid and whatnot, she pretty much told Erica, stay put until I tell you to. And Erica was pretty much just stuck at the house the rest of the season until she got killed off. So I feel like that, what's her name? Austin? I think that's the name of the female lawyer or attorney that Jim had on the case with Wyatt. Pretty much the new character introduced. I honestly like the character. We've only seen her, 2 episodes? I really like her. Have a character like that. Because David has like a freaking 8-mile long list of contacts. So it wouldn't surprise me if there isn't at least one attractive female from his past that, maybe they teased the idea of a relationship, but maybe they were going in different directions. I mean, we got a little taste of that with Jennifer Salison, but we never got the full story on it. Did those two actually have a relationship? We know that Jennifer was attracted to Dave. The extent of how far that went, if it didn't go anywhere, did Veronica stand in her way? We don't know. But what I'm really saying is, I think it wouldn't be a bad thing for Tyler Perry to bring a female love interest for David, but also somebody who can stand toe-to-toe with Veronica. I think that would be pretty good for a character. Give her some development in the sense of her try. It's almost like the Tom and Jerry thing, or Roadrunner and Coyote, where Veronica's the coyote, but everything from Acme isn't working on the Roadrunner. And even though Coyote doesn't give up, I think it's just something to get Veronica distracted, or just put Veronica on her own path. I really just want to see her go to jail to pay for her crimes, or at least move on for life. So with that being said, thanks to Justin for this incredible idea. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think David should get a love interest? Veronica should get a rival? Because as impressive as it is to see Veronica murder it, no pun intended, in the courtroom against anyone she's pitted against, I think it would be pretty cool to have another female keeping her on her toes, because we've seen her dominate every male attorney that she's been up against, and even persuading the judge to rule in her favor. But at the same time, to have a female who Veronica already doesn't like, because maybe in law school she was like the second runner-up, pretty much, that rivalry I was talking about. Maybe somebody who was as good as her or better, or vice versa. They were pretty much a neck and neck. And by the end of the day, this woman went on to like another state or whatever the case may be for a job, and then for whatever reason came out to Georgia. If Tyler Perry wrote it well, I could see it working. So with that being said, let's talk about it in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.